But basically it said, if I can spend 18 years making memories and building our relationship and being the kind of mom that I want to be, I won't just get 18 summers.
So Bradie, I have a question for you. What's it like when the corn is high, but the chaos is higher?
It's a lot of things, but it's never boring. This is the Farm Wife Files, Life Between the Rows.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy Monday.
Yeah. You're going to get me unzipping my Bible.
That's
and
okay.
You're going to get the Velcro.
Everyone can enjoy.
Sorry. I started to feel panicky when you pressed record, and I'm like, I still have to do this.
It's okay. It's totally fine. That is a big, I bet, okay, if you're watching, it's a big Bible. That
You haven't seen my Bible?
Well, I
It's a lay
have,
flat.
but like, it's the lay flat. I've only seen it lay flat, so that's why I'm like, oh, it doesn't look that big, but when it's stacked together, I'm like, oh, that is big. It's
I
cool.
really love it.
I like it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, anyway.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday.
Today's episode is we're right on the beginning / like maybe even middle of summer, just craziness.
Yeah, but it doesn't even feel like summer for some reason.
I know. I think it's the weather. We haven't had the 100-degree weather that we usually do.
Yeah.
So, it's like we're not...
Well, gosh, this morning I went for a walk with Branson. Taylin's at daycare, and yeah, it was literally like 68 degrees.
Yeah, right now it's 68 right now. So, like,
crazy.
It's perfect weather. Like,
It's really
I
nice.
can't complain about it, but...
I'm sorry, I have to fix this because it's driving me insane and it's going to mess yours up too.
That's fine.
But I keep looking, for people that aren't watching, I'm literally looking through the microphone. I cannot stand it.
Anyway, so summer is kind of just now beginning, and I just wanted to take some time to like just process our summer schedules. We've talked about this, like personally, we have talked about it for quite some time where we are just like, we can't do it this week because of this.
Yeah, we always get kind of amped up because it's just like we anticipate like what summer is going to bring. It just is always
months
busy
ahead of time too. And well, some of the things that we've done in the previous years is we are in a book club, and so we just stop completely meeting as a book club in the middle of summer,
which we used to not. Like the first year we got together all summer and people just couldn't make it, so then was it the next year we decided?
Yeah, the second year we were like, absolutely
we'll just quit in May, will be our last one, and then we'll start back up in September, and that seems to work better.
So we at least can plan ahead of time now for that type of stuff. But even not necessarily book club, but just personal life, I'm really trying. This summer is probably like my least busy summer that I've ever had.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. But it's also like August is completely insane for me because I'm traveling so much and have so much going on. So there's a little bit of there, like, I'm going to have a slower June and a slower July. And then it's like...
Now, is it things you're looking forward to in August, or is it like obligations? Maybe both?
I think both. Yeah. Like, so my golf tournament is in August. So
and
that's...
you love that.
I love that.
It's a lot of work, but
you
do love it.
Right. We've talked about that a little bit on the podcast. And then we have our Farm Wives event at the end of August.
I'm really excited for that.
So that's going to be really exciting. And then we have a little tiny... it goes into September, actually, but a little, like, weekend trip that we're doing with Aaron and Brooke and all of that fun stuff. So there's just a lot of travel, not going to be in my own bed, which it is what it is. Yeah. But I feel like August is going to make up for a lot of my slower June and July. But
do you almost get, like, FOMO when you don't? Just because every summer we go into, it's like busy, 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 and there's no time to even like stop and think about what's going on. And so going into a summer that's not as busy, is it like, I'm missing out on things, or why don't I have more stuff planned? Or I
don't necessarily think it's missing out on things. I'm definitely craving certain things that I missed last summer. I mean,
yeah.
But it's not like I'm really itching to go on a trip. Like,
yes,
I know I have trips coming up, but it's like I want to go like tomorrow. Like I am actively looking at like dates, and I'm like, well, I can't go this day because of this, or but July I was just like, oh, I have an open weekend, but then I'm like, oh wait, that's not an open weekend because it's Miranda's wedding. And so like it's just
the
like
things that take up like one evening, and you're like, that just shot my whole idea to do like a whole weekend event.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. It's not like I'm like having complete FOMO.
Yeah,
but it's definitely like I'm like, oh, I really just want to go do something.
I know.
Just hop in the... And
I will say that's my only, like... negative view towards your job. Like, so it was supposed to rain, and I got back from the Ozark batch trip on not this
Sunday.
last Sunday, but the last Sunday.
Yeah, not like yesterday.
Yes. And so like it was like we had an okay time. I hated being away from my kids, but it was good.
Yeah.
Like I relaxed a little bit. But then I got back and I was like, oh, it's so nice to be at the lake house. Like I want to go down with Tyler. I was talking to Tyler about this. I want to go down with you and the kids. And I said, let's go for 4th of July. And he's like, I'm not going to the Lake of the Ozarks for 4th of July.
It's really not that bad.
I don't know, but I kind of have
one time,
he's
but...
thinking it's going to be so busy and like the boats are just going to be wild. But I'm kind of thinking maybe everyone thinks that. So then they're not going to go and it won't be as bad. But anyway, he didn't want to do that. And I was like, Tyler, like,
we need to go.
We have to go at some point. And he's like, okay, let's go this weekend. I was like, what? And he's like, Bradie, I'm not irrigating. It's supposed to rain. I have everything set up for fertigation. Like, now is the time. I'm at a stopping point with the farm. So if you want to go, let's go. So literally he told me that on Wednesday. We left Thursday morning.
Yeah.
That's the only, like, that is such a pro to farming. Now my type A, that has really been hard for me to grasp and like be okay with. But yeah, that was fun. But on the other hand, it's like, it would have been so nice if you were like stay-at-home wife and I could have called. But then it's hard with Cody too. Like, we just have a weird dynamic because then Matt and Renee probably wouldn't have been able to go. Right. Because we have to have somebody for the farm somewhat.
And there is that like part-time-ish role. It's just, it is a weird dynamic. Yeah. Honestly, last weekend, so it was Father's Day last weekend and I was a complete mess. Like,
oh, were you?
Yeah. Like, so, yeah.
Addi. I'm sorry.
Probably gonna cut that.
No,
out.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's real life and it sucks and I hate it for you.
Yeah. Father's Day sucked this year.
Yeah. Do you want to go more into it or just...
No, not really.
Okay. That's okay.
I did tell Cody, like, so I was itching for a trip. I kind of said that, but I said... It's either I'm not staying at home all weekend. I'm not doing it. So I said, if you're not, we were going to go to Farley, Iowa, actually, to go to a tractor pull.
That's what Matt told me.
Yeah. And that, just with the rain and everything, we were really like, do we want to drive 7 hours to go to this tractor pull?
And then it may not happen.
Not to happen and like not have really anything to do over there. And so we decided not to go out there and that was fine. But then I was just like, okay, then I'm going to go do something. So I just kind of putzed around all weekend and went over to Beatrice for a little bit, hung out with some friends over there, and they were transitioning their toddler bed. Like, they were putting a different bed up into their toddler's room. So I was just like, well, I'll just come help with that and whatever. Yeah. So I did that, went over and painted some banners that I needed to get out. Okay. So got that done. And then yesterday went back in and did some banners. By the time this episode will even air, I'll be fine to say it, but the Cody's parents' 30th anniversary was this month in June as well. Okay. They were out of town when it happened, so us kids, I really shouldn't take any credit for it. I'm just being told what to do and I'm doing it. But they're doing a 30th anniversary party, surprise anniversary party for them. So that's what I ended up doing, but I was just like, okay, if I'm not going to do something, I'm going to go run away somewhere. Yes. And so I was like looking at like cabins and that stuff, but ended up not doing that, which it all ended up working out. But we did not get the weather that you guys got up here.
No, we had like, well, obviously we weren't here, but like we're texting and I had we call her our pet sitter, but she literally takes care of like all of our house, my plants, everything. Like she is a godsend when we're gone. But I had been texting her because the gardens, like I'm sure you know with a garden, it's like we're in like, it is growing like chaotically and reproducing and which is exciting, but water. And so we hadn't got rain for a little while. So I'm trying to like write down and explain to her what needs watered and how it needs watered differently. And the sprinkler system for the yard hits these beds, but not these ones. Right. But then I'm like, okay, is it going to rain? So I'm texting her. We have a rain gauge on the north side of the fence. Just keep watch it. And then... when was it? Was it Saturday through the day? I think we had like 60 hundredths or something. And then, through the night, it ended up being, I think we had 240 in our gauge here in town.
That's insane.
So
I think we had like just under a half inch.
Oh, okay.
Like, so we got nothing. It all
Yeah,
went east
enough
of
to
us.
like kick the dust down at least. I mean,
Yeah, well, and we never really like recovered from all of our rain that we had previously. So
you guys did have way more rain the
we
last time than
did.
we did.
We did. And so we haven't really had enough heat also to dry things up pretty
I know.
quickly, which helps, but also it's just completely chaotic. And
Yeah, and I'm not educated enough on like the growth cycles of corn quite yet to know, but like I know corn needs heat. Like obviously
Right.
growing degree days is a really, really big deal for corn. And we just have not had them. I mean, it has not been hot. Now,
No.
going into next week, we're looking at like high 80s,
I
90s.
was just going to pull up the weather to
So
look.
after 3 inches of rain, the corn is going, I mean, it's going to be like night and day. Well, even like going down to the Ozarks, when we left, it was probably like shin high. When we got back, it was like hip, shoulder high. I'm not kidding. It's crazy.
Really?
Yes, like just that jump in growth right now. And then the crazier part, when we got closer to like that Clinton area, there's corn that's tasseling down there.
Insane.
Yeah, you've got one side of the road, it's tasseling. You've got another side of the road, it's literally like popping out of the ground. You've got someone who's like way too on the ball, and you've got someone who's not at all.
Also, just farming in general.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Just, yeah, no. Sunday we're supposed to have a high of 93, so that's
Yeah,
That's
so it is
exciting.
going to get warmer, so that'll be nice. I'm really interested to see just like the crops when we get towards harvest, because up to now we have had a year made for beans. It has been cooler, it has been full of moisture, which corn loves that too, but like especially the not hot days. Now, when the beans are big and bushy, and then in July and August, if we get some heat, they're not gonna
yeah. It's
be
either.
stoked about that.
I
But
was gonna say, it's,
but if we can keep the moisture and the
know.
corn can get some heat, maybe we'll look pretty good at the end of the year.
yeah.
I actually have a story to share.
Okay, tell me.
So we're at the Ozarks. This was for the batch trip. So
Okay.
it's a group of girls for a bachelorette party, you know. There was quite a few people that came up to us and sparked conversation, whatever. Well, this guy comes up to us, and we had done a scavenger. Well, Miranda was supposed to do the scavenger hunt.
Okay.
So, like, one of her things was find somebody with the name Anthony, because her fiance's
Right.
name is Anthony. Find somebody with a September birthday, because her birthday's September. So we're kind of asking people these different questions. And I think this guy was the September birthday. I'm not for sure. And so after they take a picture together for the scavenger hunt, he's like, "Where are you guys all from?" So we're telling him. And he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm from Southwest Iowa." And we're like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "You guys farm?" And I didn't say anything about us farming or like knowing anything about farming. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, we farm just a little bit." And I'm like, gross. Like, here we go with this
Right.
know-it-all wannabe. Like, probably not. He probably does farm quite a bit. I mean, it's Southwest Iowa. But it's the fact that he, like, went out there and was like, yeah, like,
Just a little bit.
yes, it just grossed me out. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you know, and then Reagan said something, and she's like, what do you guys plant? And, you know, lo and behold, her husband is a decal salesman, and her dad is a Pioneer salesman. And he looks at us, corn and soybeans.
Oh.
We're like, no kidding. Like
he could do like alfalfa or something,
right? I
but
mean,
still.
And so we're like, oh, okay. And he keeps talking, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, what do you guys like? What's your corn yield up there? And I'm genuinely curious. Like, you know me, like,
Right.
And he's like, yeah, dry land last year we hit 321
No
bushel an
way.
acre.
No way.
Dry land.
No way.
And I'm like, which I do know. Like, Iowa has some very good yielding stuff. 321 on dry land?
No way.
You're nuts.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no way. He's like, no, I'm serious. And he's like, my friend over here, they plant a crap ton of decal corn. Like, he'll come tell you. He'll come attest to it. So he, like, grabs him. And this guy, he's definitely, like, introvert. Like, did not want to be talking to anybody he didn't know. And he's like, yeah, what's up? And this guy that told us about his corn. Yeah, I'm just telling her about, you know, we raised 321 bushel an acre corn last year on that one field. And he's, I don't know if it was 321. And I'm like, oh, and he's like, no, I'm serious. And I'm like, I think I know what happened. And they're both just like staring at me. And I'm like, I bet you were going through cutting it and you probably had some bumps up in the 320s, but that wasn't the field average.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm serious, it was. And then he starts like drifting off because he must have known like, I'm not going to get away with this.
Yeah.
And his friend is like, yeah, it definitely wasn't 320s. Like, he's a really good BSer. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured so. And he's like, so are you one of them? Are you one of them seed salesman ladies? And I'm like, no.
Ladies.
I said, my husband farms. And he's like, oh, okay. And, asked where I was from and whatnot. And I was like, well, hey, I said, if you guys are even getting if close to 300s for dryland corn, like, have at it. Props to you. Good for you. And he's like, no, we'll have some high 200s dryland corn, but we're not 320s average.
Not dryland. No.
Yeah. And, so it was interesting talking to him, but it's just always funny when people come up and they want to spew BS because they don't think I know any better.
Well, that's kind of exactly what happened to me the first time I was ever down at the Ozarks.
Really?
I was there for my cousin's bachelorette party, and I don't know how that conversation even started, but we ended up getting with like this group of guys, and I said, oh, where are you guys from? And they said Southwest Iowa.
Yeah. What is with the Southwest Iowa people?
I'm telling you, all
if we have any listeners from Southwest Iowa.
And I said, oh, really? And so they said, yeah, we went to this high school. And I was just like, what? And I said, do you know, and I don't know if Mikey, one of my friends, listens to this or not, but I said, do you know Michael Koger? And he said, yeah. And I said, do you know Kira? And they were like, yeah. And I was just like, this is such a small world. So we were ending up to connect, and they also farm and do all of this fun stuff too. And actually, one of the main guy that I was talking to, he works for Valley Pivots in Valley, Nebraska. So he just drives over. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is just such a small world.
Oh, I know. Things like that are crazy.
I know. Anywho.
Yeah, what were we even talking about? We got on such a tangent.
Well, just so before we kind of got on this tangent, we were talking about how my job, you can't just like up and leave.
Yes,
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I get it. And it is kind of a weird dynamic with Cody being on the farm, not on the farm. We still have part-time help on the farm, but we don't, like, it's just a weird dynamic. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I agree. I do think, you said my type A personality, we really want to like not have to, you want to plan as much as possible. But it is kind of nice where Tyler actually took the initiative and was like, no, we're going.
Right. Well, I took the initiative, but I was like, I need a yes or a no. We're not waking up Thursday and you're like, let's go. Like, I at least need 12-hour notice so I can wash clothes and get stuff packed and whatnot. Right. But no, it was fun. I mean, Tyler lately is just, he doesn't want to go anywhere or do anything. I don't know what that's about, but it was nice to just get out with the family, and it was fun to go with Matt and Renee, and Taylin's just getting to such a fun age where, like, it was so fun for her to stay with Grandpa and Grandma all weekend.
Right.
Matt got to pull her on the tube behind the boat, so that was a really big deal for them.
Who sat back there with her?
Tyler did.
Okay, I was like, did you do that?
I didn't have my swimming suit on because we were down at the dock hanging out, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go. And for whatever reason, I didn't remember the tube, like, getting water all over it, even when you're not driving crazy. So I'm glad I didn't do that. But, no, that was a good moment for them. And I got to take pictures, and so it was fun.
Good.
So yeah, no, I mean, now we're just back home, and after being gone for 2 weekends, just trying to like get back into the routine of things. And Tyler's leaving for a bachelor party on Thursday, so it's felt like a crazy June. But once we get through this, our side starts to die down. So it's kind of opposite for you. You've had like laid back summer, and then now you're gonna
I'll ramp up here soon.
It's crazy.
But it will be fine.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like, I don't know, like getting an invite, or I know recently our friend group just got an invite for an event coming up, like do you ever feel like so obligated to go, or is it summertime where you're like, oh, I know I'm so busy, like you're gonna be more picky choosy with things? Am I wording that in a good way?
Yeah, I know. So that invite that we got, I immediately made the decision in my head. I was just like, no. And it's not like a no, I don't want to go because I don't want to see people. It was, I don't want to go because like I'm factoring in the drive time. I'm factoring in what is actually going to happen there. And like It's just like,
is it something that's going to fill your cup up for that time? Right. And good
so,
for you to recognize that.
And so that's why I was just like, no, I'm probably not going to go. Now, you know, the day comes and I am in a mood where I really do want to.
Yeah, or you're feeling like extra social or, you know, whatever the case may be.
I'm also, and you know this, like, I'm just not a big firework person. Like,
same. No, I hate fireworks.
It literally, I get so scared of them, and it's not that I'm scared of the fireworks, I'm just scared of people being stupid with the fireworks.
And with small kids, that is like so anxiety inducing.
Well, I think it was like last year that the firework tipped over and shot at us. I swear it happens every single year.
Yes. And my kids were in bed, but the neighbors were here with their kids.
I know.
And so I didn't know them very well this time, which if they listen, like they'll be laughing now. But I did not know them very well this time. And like their kids didn't know us very well. And they're shy-ish. You know how kids are when they meet new people. And I picked up one of them and I just start running through the garage and they were like, what?
I know.
Who's this crazy lady?
I remember picking up one of them and like shielding them by the golf cart. And I'm like, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl kid at this point. Just grabbed the tiny child. Yeah. And I shielded them. But yeah, so that's why I'm like, big groups of people with fireworks and alcohol being involved, like, is a recipe for disaster in my own head. I've seen way too many hands get blown up, and I've seen too many fingers no longer be fingers because of it.
The year I was pregnant with Taylin, there's some people down south that used to throw a really big 4th of July party. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we went there, but Tyler found out like kind of after the fact. So when we showed up, it was getting towards dusk. Everybody was so intoxicated.
Right.
Mind you, I am however many months pregnant, like 7 months pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
People are so drunk that it's not even funny, starting to light fireworks off. And Tyler like was tipsy, wanted to be social. All of his friends were there. And I was so on edge. Like our close friend group, like I can be funny, like, if for lack of better words, like kind of bitchy with Tyler sometimes, like if I'm feeling a type of way, but around other people, like I kind of keep it in, and like that's a conversation for like behind closed doors for Tyler and I. Like I don't ever want to make him feel this big, if people can't see me, like super small in front of a group of people.
Right.
But no, like that time I felt so unsafe, so uncomfortable, so anxious. I literally grabbed my chair and started walking to the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't do that, but I was like, I do not want to be in this situation. Like, I'm so fight or flight right now. It was not a good feeling.
Well, I really enjoyed last 4th of July where we just had the kids down. It was funny because it was, we had the kids down and we just set up a little like kiddie pool. And
that was fun. And we could just visit and have food. And
adults were just around the pool. Yes. The kids were in there and they went out to the garden and got cherry tomatoes. And that's how she found sugar snap pea, all the things. Yes. And then you guys, we all left because it was like earlier in the day. And then you texted me maybe like an hour after you got home. Okay, I have FOMO. Can you guys come up here?
Yes, which that seems to happen like for the last, honestly, I feel like it's been since we've lived here. I don't know that you guys have always made it, but since we've lived here, like we always end up back home. I know. Actual 4th of July night. Yeah. So then people come over like at 9:00 and we do fireworks, and it's just really nice. Like we don't have anything planned, but everybody kind of just knows like we'll congregate here on that day. Yeah. But also being the first ones in the friend group to have kids, like it's easy for us to get kids down, and then people have to come here because we can't leave. So that looks different as more people has kids. Yeah. But I don't know.
So another thing that I struggle with in summer is the understanding or the idea of trying to eat healthy. And I say like eat healthy. Like I'm not saying like eat salads every single day. Right. But it's like
you're out and about, so it's like fast food. At least I'm that way.
Yeah, or okay, we're just gonna do burgers and brats. Mm-hmm. Like there's always a burger or always brats in my fridge.
Now I will say I feel like I'm eating healthier when I am grilling, because like a pork chop is 250 calories for like 40 grams of protein. Like it's crazy. So I feel like when I'm making steaks or pork chops, like it's healthier for me. Whereas in winter, it's like comfort crock pot meal.
Yeah.
But, or as far as like, we've been at the Ozarks the last 2 weekends. So, which it's nice. My in-laws have a house down there. So being able to just like cook at the house is a lot better. They have everything we need. Whereas if you're going to an Airbnb, you know, it's
You have to still
small
order
stuff.
the food and
Yeah. And then if you're cooking there, it's like, oh, they don't have oil or, you know, like just little stuff that you need that you don't even think about. So that makes it a little bit easier. But no, I mean, you still just eat out all the time being out and about. And then I just feel
my thing
icky.
is just like, I'll eat out, sure, whatever. But it's do I have the energy to actually create a full meal? Like,
I know.
yesterday, for example, I was so, well, mentally I was not well just because it was Father's Day. But then I was just like, I just need something to eat really quickly. So I just threw some brats, and I actually cooked them on the stovetop versus the grill. So I could actually do a few things inside and get...
Sometimes it is, like, tedious to have to, like, babysit the grill.
Yeah.
And start it and clean it.
Yeah, and that's why
it's
it's just like, I'm just making 5 brats because I just wanted to make that one package, and I'm just going to do it inside. And so I did it inside, but Cody comes home and he's like, so what's my side? And I looked at him and I was just like, oh no. I said, you can go find a side. If you want me to find the side, you can have these
bag
grapes.
of chips or something.
Yeah, I was just like,
gosh.
here's some grapes and here's some cottage cheese. There's your meal. Like, I'm like...
Does he eat cottage cheese?
Yeah, he loves cottage cheese.
That surprises me about Cody.
Yeah, loves cottage cheese.
Okay.
I was just like, that I struggle with that because it's just like, I'll make a meal, or if I'm finally able to have the time to make said meal, I don't want to make this full thing. I'm so...
And the heat.
Yeah, I'm just so tired, and I don't want to sit in front of a hot grill already.
It hasn't been hot, but when it does get hot, I struggle with that because I'm like, I don't want a hearty hot meal.
Right.
I want like a BLT or... So honestly, this sounds bad. I know in a couple episodes we talked about like food eating is not a reward. Feeding yourself is not a reward. But... sometimes I just don't have an appetite. Like, I'm mowed. I just want to sit on the patio and have a beer because I'm hot and sweaty and, like, I don't, like, what do they say? Like, pork chop in a can or whatever. Yeah. Like, honestly, there's some nights that I'm just, like, which I don't do that on a regular. That's literally what I mow when I'm hot. And I'm like, yeah, I just want to sit and have a beer. Like, I'm not hungry. But now I have a whole family that I have to feed. So it's like trying to figure out what to feed them in cluster.
Well, and it's like you said BLTs, and I'm like, oh yeah, I would love a BLT every single day, but how do you feed a BLT to a toddler?
Well, I don't know. Taylor loves to. She would eat all the tomatoes off of it, but that's about it.
Yeah, and of course, she would eat them individually. Mm-hmm. Like, it wouldn't be like a sandwich, but...
Any type of sandwich, really. I take that back. Bacon ciabatta sandwich from Scooters, man, she devours that thing.
Oh, really?
But, like, we've tried, like, a cheeseburger, and, like, I've actually made her, like, I have taken little cutters and, like, made a little cheeseburger. No, not a fan. Grilled cheese, not a fan. But she'll do the bacon ciabatta sandwich. I don't know.
Hey, you're gonna take the wins where you
exactly. I don't know. I honestly have thought about ordering, this is such a side note, but ordering those, like, you know, there's, like, star stencil cutters for like meat and cheese and like I don't know, I thought maybe she might like the little shapes
if they're in shapes instead of a circle.
I don't know,
maybe
kids are weird.
Maybe. I have one kind of question for you and then we'll kind of like wrap it up, but it's a kind of a conversation about, as a mom, especially in these summers, like you really only get like 18 summers. I mean, of course you'll hopefully spend more summers with them after they like move out and do that thing. But there comes to a point where you don't have a full 18 summers because they're going to grow up and they're going to want to do their own thing in the summer. And they're so little that like, yeah, you can make the memories, but they're not going to make the memories. Like, where's that happy medium of like, when you go on bigger trips, is a bigger trip meaning more memories, or is it just creating smaller weekend type things?
So this would have been before we had Branson. And I cannot remember how old Taylin was. I think, like, within the first year, probably, I saw something about, like, you only get 18 summers. Like, you only get 1 summer with an infant, 3 with a toddler. However, you know, they, like, broke it down into years. And then, so I told Tyler, I'm like, oh, my gosh, we only get 18. Like, that's such a tiny number. Like, there are babies, and we only get 18. And so I, like, kind of hung on to that for a really long time and, like, felt like I had to plan this, plan that. I don't want to miss out on this. Like, I need to jam-pack everything into these summers or even like winters with like the Christmas lights and
Right.
hot cocoa and lights at the zoo. And like I felt like I needed to do everything because I only get so many. But then I saw another thing, and I think it was on TikTok or Facebook, some social media outlet. But basically it said, if I can spend 18 years making memories and building our relationship and being the kind of mom that I want to be, I won't just get 18 summers. Like,
Yeah.
they'll want to, when they have children, they'll want to come back and they'll want to make memories. And, you know, like even just this last weekend, like, you know, Matt and Renee having their lake house and, you know, Tyler and I having our 2 kids, and just like, we want to go do that because of the type of parents that they are.
Right.
We want to go and make memories with them. And, you know, we don't have the need to like, yes, we go on our own vacations and that's fun, but we still have that want to like do things with them as well.
Of course.
So that's what I'm trying to do now is
Right.
like, the days are very long and I find myself sometimes being short with especially Taylin because she's just,
so busy.
yeah, like I don't even want to say so much because like I love her personality. She's so fun, but she's busy and I don't always have the time with Branson to like play and do the things that she wants to do. And right now in her little brain, it's like, if I can't paint right now, then I'm so upset and my whole day is ruined.
Right.
So I'm trying to just like get through the fact of she could remember this exact moment. So like be the type of parent that if she remembers this moment, it's not mom was a witch because I didn't, you know, because I was throwing a fit, or, you know, I want her to remember, oh, mom didn't give me what I wanted, but she was kind and she was honest and we did another option or something along that line, I guess. And also I have found that I can make myself very anxious, or maybe I don't enjoy things as much when we're like constantly on the go. So that's a good reminder of maybe we do just have a few like quote unquote big vacations or outings. So then we're not just like trying to pile so much into the summer that it's like not even enjoyable.
It's okay.
Let's go to the next thing. Yeah.
Like, okay, now we have to rush back home to get XYZ done
Yeah.
because we're leaving for another thing. Yeah, no, I get it. So
I just had something pop into my head, so I'm going to add on to this. But do you feel like with you and Cody not having kids yet, like, I know we've had the conversation of that era coming, but do you feel like there's we're kid free, we need to do?
no.
You don't.
No.
I felt like that, but before Tyler.
I feel like-
with Tyler before
Yeah.
kids.
I think it's a give or take type situation. Like Cody and I have had really active conversations about we're not going to fit around the kid's life. The kid's life is going to fit around us. So if
As
we
it
want to
should.
travel,
Yeah.
we're still going to travel, whether the kid is with us or not. Now, obviously my mindset could change, like when I do have kids. Like, I don't know. But it comes down to like, Cody and I don't travel. I am huge on traveling. Like,
Yeah.
I would go baback in Europe right now
yeah.
if I could. You know, like, I would want someone else with me. But, like,
Yeah.
you know,
solo
like,
traveling, no. Traveling,
I
yes.
mean, trust me. Okay, solo traveling in the United States, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, give it to me. Like, I will go to wherever.
Yeah.
It is more fun with somebody else, but it is what it is.
It's just fun to experience things with other people.
Traveling with my husband or doing these things with my husband, yes, love them. I would always cherish those opportunities. I just know it's not realistic. And so, like, that's why I don't mind traveling by myself. I don't mind going and doing these things by myself. But I feel like Cody and I have always we've done what we wanted to do without kids. Now, when we do have kids and we are going to start to travel, it's going to look different.
Right, exactly.
It's going to make more, or it's going to cost more money. It's going to like take more time, and it's just
looks
different. But I don't think Cody and I are not
going to take opportunities or do things
because we don't have kids. And I think I just saw, it was on TikTok that I was scrolling, and they were like, why are you making plans with the assumption that you're going to be pregnant or might be pregnant? And it's like, to put it out there, Cody and I are not trying. Like, but it's like, there are some people that are like, I'm not going to go on this trip because I could be pregnant. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm going to book the trip. I'm going to go to Mexico. when we go in January.
Yeah.
And if I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
And that's how I was about the Ozark trip the last year, too.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not going to miss out on things, like, because of pregnancy, or I'm not going to do things because I might be. Like, we cannot live on this whole maybe scenario.
And that's exactly where Cody and I are at. If Cody and I can go on a trip, we're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it comes down to, like, we really do have to make a decision, then we'll make that decision when that time comes. But we're not going to, like, not pursue opportunities with the understanding that we may or may not have kids at that point in time in our life. So, yeah. To kind of wrap it up, there was a Bible verse that we talked about right before this that kind of just talks about the busyness of summer.
Yes.
Or at least I'm implying it to.
Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on the verse first, and then I'll.
So, it's Matthew 11:28-30. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So, when I was putting this episode together, like, summer sometimes can be just I'm so tired, I'm so worn out, I'm so burdened with religion or something. Like, there's just so many different priorities coming to us all at the same time that I really like this verse because it says, like, come to me. So come to God, get away with me, and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest, and I'll show you just to, like, slow down, let me work for you and with you versus you working against me, and just learn the rhythm of grace. And so it reminds me to just slow down, really just live in the moment, turn to God, and just allow myself to live and allow myself to, like, just melt those worries away. Of, like, trying to fill those memories or trying to fill another summer.
I think that's a good
things.
View of it. And I'm going to be completely transparent. I can't add much to this because I read the wrong verse.
Oh, no.
But just, like, off the top of my head, I think you have a very good viewpoint of the verse itself. And honestly, I love that you picked Matthew. I think our theme of recording today is going to be the book of Matthew because that's what my devotionals have been over.
Yeah.
And what you learn about Jesus and who he is through the book of Matthew is really beautiful, I think, especially with his disciples too. I think I may not be able to add to this verse exactly, but for our listeners, it is a devotional I'm doing on a day-to-day this last probably 6 months, and it is one that I would recommend reading. Obviously, read them all, but
Matthew is so jam-packed of just
it is
great
Jesus'
things.
Miracles, and yeah, it is really great. I wish I had more to add, but I will be more prepared for the next time.
It's okay.
You started reading, and I'm like, oh no, that's not right.
That's not the one that I read.
Scroll. Oh, okay, well, we will see you guys next week.
See you next week.
They say a farmer's work is never done. Well, neither is ours.
Come back next week for a new episode of Life Between the Rows.